The Hortwoods Child Care Center and Lab School at Penn State University is for us a really clear example of how sustainable design can impact users' experience and, in this case, the education for young children. The client group had some very clear goals. They really wanted to connect children with nature. They have a curriculum that they want to infuse with biophilia. They want children to really understand the connection to the environment, so that was a big point for them. Secondly, there was a site on the edge of Hortwoods, which is the last old-growth woods on the Penn State campus, that really needed some work. So they wanted to restore that site. And finally, they wanted to take the sustainable strategies that are used in the project and make them as visible as possible so that children can understand them, so that children can engage with them, and so that they can become a part of the educational environment. We were able to do that partly because we had these clear goals, partly because we had a design team that was each one very experienced within their domain, and partly because there was this sort of attitude and sense to the project where everyone was allowed to go beyond the typical borders of their discipline and think outside the box. I think it was not unlike improvisational jazz in that people would throw out ideas, and the fact that the cleanest solution, which might have been applicable for another project, may not have made sense in this case because it didn't serve the purposes of either connecting children with nature, making the work visible, or finding ways for children to engage with it. So I think in the end, the product tends to be a little bit lower tech, but always very functional. And I think the story, the narrative that comes out of this project, in the way that it ties sustainable design and an attitude towards how the design team works, how it ties that directly through to the way children and families and educators and the school as a whole interact with the project, was something that everybody can learn from.